Hello, this is Kim. I admit this is my second try. I lost the cards, if you can imagine. Oh yeah, good job, Kim. So I'm coming from you from the bookstore. You see more of my wrinkled dress than you do of the actual bookstore. If you look, it's this little sort of outlet looking place. So that's tonight at 6. It's my first professional since the book came out because of the pandemic. Reading in person. So awesomeness. Oh yeah, I get to wear this. I have a black dress and then gotta rock it. Okay. So this called to me, this is Into the Lonely Woods. It says blessings and messages for times of solitude and isolation. And I don't know if it's that it looks like where the wild things are or what it is, but my inner child was like, dude, that you gotta have this. It's by Lucy Cavendish. Cavendish. It's Cavendish, and the artwork is by Dan May, and it is truly lovely. It reminds me, of, like I said, so much of what where the wild things are. Now I I have already pulled our cards. I've already shuffled. And like what's weird is that I really did shuffle on this deck, and we got sequential. Now they came in a different sequence, but they are, the right card numbers to go. So very interesting. So the first one, as per people come at next to me and park and kind of scare Kim, is a constellation of isolation. And like I was just talking to a member here that was saying that she wanted to take a break and just go into nature instead of like having a virtual sort of, world in life, which is perfectly fine, of course, and awesome. And we celebrate it. So this, I thought was, I can't say the word, synchronic, whatever, synchronous, that, it came out same day that we discussed it, I mean, like, that's so cool. So that's number 35, the constellations of isolation. And like we all know that, just earthing and hell. I am going to read from the book because I mean it's very interesting how they have these interpreted as an oracle. Seclusion can feed the spirit, and with that nourishment comes a rebirth. So many people and beings take themselves away from society and people, from the chatter and the gatherings and the beautiful noise that is our collective. The sense of being separate for a time is nothing to fear. For you are separate, you are unique, you are experiencing multiplicity through the oneness of your being. Being alone can heal us and bring us back from the dark place that is loneliness. And that's really, really interesting because I would think the opposite, but I like that idea. I'm going to read it again. Being alone can heal us and bring us back from the dark place that is loneliness, a state we can experience even when amongst others. The comforting, healing qualities of solitude are yours, and these arrive spontaneously, unscheduled, without artifice. Your spirit desires you to breathe light right through your entire being until you shine with the radiance that is your soul. So that's kind of like hot, amazing stuff. I mean, I definitely all the time feel like alone in a crowd. Like all these people around me. Why do I feel alone? And this idea of sort of taking back, I think, is taking back your power and being alone and owning alone is sort of what it's going after. So I like that. I like that idea. So that was 35. Now, let me see. Let me make sure. Okay, 37 came next. So I gotta skip that card. And this is for, I don't know if I said it or not in this one, it's for the 19th, 20th, and 21st. And I always say it slides into Sunday, but like this one is truly universal in terms of like meanings. Like if you hit this and you just randomly are scrolling, you find this, it's yours. Own it. Okay, look at that. Look at that. I love them. This is honor your holy days. Okay, so it doesn't matter what your holy day is, even if it's just a day that you make up. Okay, I'm putting that out there now because I don't want anyone to be like, oh my gosh, we have to, Kim puts all this stuff out, or we get this newsletter. No, 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 no. Okay. You define what is holy as well. Acknowledging your sacred days carves out a sure pattern within our lives. Without sign or symbol, we can feel a loss of meaning or lose a sense of where we are in the world. Most often, these celebrations are observed with beloved others, but there are times when these holy days will come and we will see no one at times by our side. It does happen. So you will go alone to the sacred place, carve out the sign, and offer so much love. All this will ensure you feel valued beyond measure. All this will ensure you feel valued beyond measure. Saying it again, the time to celebrate alongside kin and clan will come again. For now, honor the changing of the seasons, the counting the days of light and the days of dark, and reverently observe the turning of the wheel of time. In solitude, the soul will enter into pure unity with spirit. Now, yes, it is basically saying honor nature, which can be considered a pagan concept, which is for me. I don't want anyone to be like, well, that has to be holy. You don't have to celebrate Letha. You don't have to call it Letha. You don't have to, call anything Beltane or Samhain or none of that. If you have Rosh Hashanah or anything, okay, celebrate your holy day. Even if you're like, this Wednesday is sacred to me because of blah, blah, blah. Good, it's a holy day. I celebrate pretty much every death day that there is. Like my grandmother's death day, I celebrate, I guess you'd call it celebrate, remember. And also my cousins, so those are different types of holy days. There's lots of different types. Births, birthdays are considered holy. Don't think that they're not. It can be yours or your child's or whatever, also considered holy. So just keep that in mind. It doesn't have to be, the wheel of the year. Okay, now this one came out last, and it's 36. So yes, we had 35, 36, and 37. And like I said, I like crazily went through this. And one hopped out and like two, it wasn't at all intended. So this is the truth that comes softly. In the clean space of freedom to witness the self, we can find ways to work with truth. Truths are not the same as facts. Truths are about our stories and the story of our lives thus far. Being isolated for a time can mean we begin to understand far more deeply what our stories have become, and we begin to know how our stories need to change. The tale of your life becomes more and more clearly written by yourself, not yourself, but yourself with a space. And as a poet, that makes a really big difference for me. In case you're like, what the hell, Kim? Without the suggestions and interruptions, even those that are well meant of others, let the truth become clearer and clearer until it is in front of you. This truth is your story and is yours to write. I wanted to make sure I ended on that. And I feel like it's very personal because I just had a Facebook post about it, and finding your truth, finding yourself. Who are we? Who am I? I've been going through all these self-help books, spiritual books, bipolar books, other psychology books, and it sounds like I'm a hot mess. If you go by those, and maybe I just need to figure out what I want, and maybe that's just what we need. Figure out what we want, figure out how we're going to get it, and really go for it. And that can be in creativity, that can be in relationships and everything else. And right now, this was sort of dealing with solitude and going within, but that's how you find yourself. So then you can go without and totally reach out there and live your life to the fullest and make the world better. And I don't mean you have to go out and be out. If you are an indoor person like I used to be, I will say that I rarely went outside, just because of fear. But I was able to still, be unique, be myself. And definitely I was able to just make a difference. Even if it's a phone call or talking to a friend online, you make a difference. So I don't want to be rah, 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 go, go, go. If you're not that person, it's okay. You don't have to be. Maybe you will be someday, maybe you won't. And the lesson is that's okay. You gotta be yourself, right? Yeah. So you write your own story. you tell your own tale, and I get to write my own story and read what I wrote, right? All right, take care, be well.